building them a new stadium. For what? For what? How are you paying for it? Are you paying with shillings? Because that's what we got. We got shillings. We ain't got no money. That Champions League money was the only thing we was riding on. We ain't got that. We are broke. I'm talking third world, eating mud. Broke. Yeah? So the rebuild, which was always going to be long,
it's going to be even longer now.
It's going to be even longer. So instead of us being able to come back in 8 years time, we're now looking about 14, 15 years time.
Yeah.
That's how far back we are. We are in the pits of hell because of what has taken place this season. And none of them are exempt from it. It's from top to bottom, right? Fold the club, bruv.
Fold it.
Forget Manchester United, go to Salford Reds, get back on grassroots football, work your way back up again. Because this football club is going fucking nowhere. Ralph said this whole place needs open heart surgery. Everyone was focused on what was going on the pitch with him instead of realizing what he was saying was true. He was supposed to go upstairs. He decided to talk the things. The Glazers didn't like it because it would expose what is going on at his football club. And they got rid of him, and Ten Hag co-signed that, right? We would have been in a better position if he was still here, right? And it's only now, because we're in the pits of hell, because people are blind, right? And don't want to face reality, that only now people are saying, bloody hell, Man United are in the shit. It's too late. You let the abuse go on too long. We are dead now. Yeah? You could have saved us. You could have saved us. But you let the abuse go on for too long. We're dead now. Go ahead.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome to the round of night tables. I don't care about this stupid intro, yeah. We're just gonna get this over and done with. Man United lost. I have my co-host TJ in the building. How are you, sir? Forget that. We all know how he is. Look at him. He's depressed. He's sad.
Bro, listen.
You have me doing the intro. We didn't even plan it. I just did it. I don't care. Like, this is what Man United has done to us. You see, there is no... This poddy is going to be a mess. It's going to be unscripted. There's no organization like Man United's defense, like Man United's football. There's no cohesion like Man United's football. Well, yeah, anyway, you know what? We're going to get into it. I'm ST. Please like and subscribe. Take it away, please. I'll be honest, like...
People, you heard, man. Yeah, we're here. Listen, we don't want to be here, but we owe it to the people. We have to take our lashes, and we have to get into it. It's not even your right United therapy, bruv. This is the United asylum. This is for all the people that have lost their heads, basically done with football, completely just hot-headed, bro, looking, padded walls, all sorts, bruv, because that's where we are right now. We're going to get into everything and wrap up this sorry ass of this season that Manchester United have been through. But you heard ST, make sure people, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As we say all the time, share. We are here. Don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Right. Okay, let's get on with it. United, fucking shit. ST, obviously, the Europa League final took place last night. Spurs won 1-0. United finish with no trophies. United finish with no Europe, and they are finishing with the worst season in Manchester United's history, the worst season in Premier League history in terms of Man United, because obviously there's teams with less points. I know there's no structure, but we got to start from what happened in the Europa League final. Went into that game, nothing happened. It was toothless. It was lackluster. Ange did it again, undefeated against Manchester United. 4 losses to Tottenham in one season. Haven't beaten Tottenham in 7 games. And made a statement, said he wins every second season, made a laughing stock of Manchester United. And this is where we,
I don't care, bro.
and then this is where we fucking are. First of all, before we get into this fucking crucifixion of Manchester United, credit to Spurs. They went in there, they did a job, and said he was going to do it. He did it. Shout out expressions. He deserves it for all of this. But ST, let's take a look at that game, bro. Spurs had 3 shots. 1 shot on target. I don't even think the shot on target was the goal because it deflected off that couch potato and went in the back of the net. United 16 shots, 6 on target, nothing. I think there was a clearance off the line from Van der Ven against Højlund, and there was a free header missed by Bruno, and that's it. ST, how do you sum up that game? How do you sum up that Europa League final, bro?
You're shit. Oh, well, I don't think that's probably the best summary. We were rubbish. Spurs were bad, but Man United were worse. I'm gonna be very honest. We're fitter than Luke Shaw right now. That's what it is. We have a keeper. Bro, let me not even say anything about black keepers. I know we don't have any monetization yet, but let me Let me not do that fufu man. Yeah. Bro. Højlund, you see that you see there's no sorry people, there's no structure to this. Like, I don't even know what to say. He's so bad. He's not even a League One player. Oh, I don't even know what to say. Like, we were toothless. We don't have any cutting edge. The manager completely got it wrong. Put it starting Mason Mount when I'm gonna be very honest. I don't like this guy. I hate him. But Garnacho should have started. Should have started. You don't change a winning team. That's what you don't do. You don't change a winning team. It's
true, and just for context, like starting Mason Mount is unforgivable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he did. He came on in that semi-final and took his goals well. I can't dispute that. But this manager seems to have an infatuation with this guy, bruv. It's like he's fit because listen, yeah, man gets his 10K. He gets his 10K in terms of running because that's all he does. He's an energizer bunny. Bro, he is rubbish, bruv. Rubbish. And as bad as crap Nacho is, at least you know, right? What does Pedro Porro, what does he hate? People running up against him. What do you go and do? You go and put Mason Mount in there. To do what? Build up his cardio. Is that what we're doing? We got players just to come on, you're starting players to build up their cardio.
Mm-hmm.
That couch potato, Fat Shaw, that criminal, fucking criminal, yeah, only wants to be fit for finals. Same thing he did with England at the Euros. Brought him along for what?
Mm-hmm.
For what? Yeah, I don't care if Dallo was only at 50%. A 50% Dallo is better than that couch potato. You put Mazraoui into the back 3, you play Dallo, and Dallo isn't even a wing back, but he's better than what we got because Mazraoui is not a wing back. And you could see what was happening to Ahmad in that game. Anytime Ahmad got the ball, Richarlison and Udogie, 2-on-1, nullified because Mazraoui ate that guy. Right? You knew when this game started that Spurs had no Kulusevski, no Maddison. So you knew it was going to be Basuma, Sarr, and Bentancur. Stealing their midfield. Runners, guys that can cover ground. Bullies. You go and start Cass, which I haven't got a problem with, but then you put Bruno. Why? And ST, I know we said that that's where Bruno needs to play in this system. I completely agree with that. But we ain't got the players yet. If you're going to drop Crap Nacho, you drop him, put Bruno in the 10, you start Ugarte and Casemiro, because that gives us a half a chance in that midfield, right? Because this weren't about controlling the game. He got his tactics completely wrong. I can't even call him the Acne Alan Smith because it's such a disrespect to Alan Smith.
Yeah,
bro.
let's not this. Alan Smith can ball, bro. Sorry, Alex.
It's such a disrespect. But
bro, he wouldn't get into our block team.
Bro, that bumper hole up front, Hoyland, bro. And again, I go back to Manchester United and who identifies this player. This guy is, bro, there's certain times in life where you look at a player and you'll be like, yeah, they're young, they're raw. Do you know what I mean? Let's give them some development time. There is nothing that this guy is good at. He always looks like he's tripping over himself. The ball's always bouncing off him. He's always fighting. I've never seen someone want to fight the defender so much and lose every single time. This guy thinks he's get his back against the defender. He thinks he's an Emil Heskey. He's not that. And imagine back in the day, people used to cuss Heskey. And then we have to look at the shit strikers that we've got now. He thinks it's that.
We used to cuss Heskey. We realize now, look, Heskey used to hold the link, sacrifice his game, link up, play everything for Owen to do the thing.
That's why everyone loved playing with him. Bro, that's who Hoyland thinks he is. He can't do that. Bro, then he wants to spin and run in behind. I watched this guy for the first 2 weeks of his Manchester United career run away from players. Bro, it's like he had the elixir of life. It only lasted for 2 weeks. Now this guy can't run away from nobody, bro. He can't run away from nobody. I'm telling you right now, if I got a couple of the youngers that are 6, 7 years old, Hoyland wouldn't be able to run away from them. He can't finish, right? He always wants it on his left foot. His striking instincts are abysmal. I get it. To a certain extent, it's not all his fault because the service is very, very poor. But bro, as a centre forward, he's terrible. And he proved that again yesterday. It was just another generational stinker from him against Tottenham Hotspur. And it's the whole team. It's not just him. Everybody had a generational stinker. That includes Ahmad. That includes Cass. It only changed. And this is the other thing, ST. This guy waited to the manager waited till the 71st minute to make a substitution when Spurs scored. I think Spurs scored in the 30-something minute or something like that.
Minute, yeah. 40,
and bro, you waited till the 70-something minute to make changes. And the changes that you made, you bought on Garnacho for Mount. All right, cool. It's not like they're not the same player, but it's like for like. You bought on Xerxes for Hoyland. Now I'm not saying that Hoyland should have stayed on, but bro, we're losing. Go for the game. You took off Mazraoui and bought on Dalot, another like for like. Like, why couldn't we have taken Dalot, taken Mazraoui and Dorgu off, right? Taken Mazraoui and Dorgu off, put Nacho one side, put Ahmad in the other as wing backs, yeah? Kept Mason Mount on, put Bruno further forward, had Xerxes, had Cass, and brought on Christian Eriksen. Because we needed somebody that could play those penetrative passes that could get us in. Because Spurs weren't attacking. There was nothing to be concerned about. They were camped in. They didn't attack. So we could afford it to do that. But this manager didn't do it, bro. He didn't do it. How is it I'm sitting at home? I'm not a manager. I ain't got no badges, right? So who am I to say anything? But I know people that do. And I know people would agree with what I said. Because that's what Fergie would have done. When we're chasing a game. You got people bantering us. Saying at halftime, Ange's team talk was, it's only Man United.
That's crazy.
It's only fucking Man United. This is where we are. Bro, as we
Bro,
look,
listen,
go
yeah,
on, go on.
look at us, it's darkness. And you know what annoyed me so much as well, yeah? And you know what killed me? Ange did he, you know what? Ange didn't have to manage a great game. He just did the basic, put the IC3s in the middle with a little bit of South American tech, still
Mm.
and just brute strength. And he did it. And then Amrin doesn't want to change his system, as you said, didn't bring in one of the most technical players in the team. Because I'll be honest, yeah, Ericsson would have had a field day out
Bro,
there.
it's just
It
common
was,
sense. I get it. I get it. He hasn't got the legs. I completely understand it.
oh,
But in that game, especially if you're, because you should have made substitutions at halftime, 55
yeah,
minutes. Your final substitution should have been Ericsson. You would have been like, you know what, we've got 15 minutes to go. You know
yeah,
what, get on, because Spurs ain't doing nothing.
no,
They're not doing anything. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It is ridiculous, right? And you talk about Ange. I know this is about United, but there's something I want to say about Ange.
yes,
Everybody was like, Ange is renegade or bust. It's highline and inshallah, as expressions would say.
mm-hmm.
We didn't see an ounce of that yesterday.
No,
And
we didn't.
adapted. He
Mm-hmm.
adapted. Because in the previous games, don't get me wrong, Tottenham have blitzed us. They've absolutely blitzed us and said, you know what, it's a final. I've said this statement and I'm going to make sure. What do Man United hate more than anything else? Low block.
It was
So
so
this is what we're
easy.
going to do, because I know I've got the legs. I've got Richarlison one side, I've got Brendan Johnson, and I've got Solanke, who I know can hold up the ball. We're going to put crosses in the box because I know Man United are vulnerable. Once we get that one goal lead, low block. And
Bro,
Postecoglou
low block. Yep.
changed his style and got it done. What did Amorim do? Oh, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to do this. Where did it get you?
Bro, and you know what kills me as well? Postecoglou didn't even have his best. I'd say two of his better performers this year, Madison and Kulu, for creativity.
Exactly.
He didn't
Exactly.
even, and
He
I'll be
didn't need to
honest,
create anything. And he
he
left Son on
didn't
the
even,
bench.
and yes, and he didn't even put Spence on till late. And I think Spence is a bad boy, personally. Yeah, I think he's cold. But he said, nah, it's okay. A doggy and Porro will do the job.
Yeah.
And then
Bro,
Spence will
easy.
just shut up. Bro,
Easy.
it's so simple.
But bro, this is what I said in the group chat. Everyone was like, oh, Kulu's out, Madison's out. I said it would have been better if either
Them
Ramiro
two
or
are
Van
playing.
der Ven were out, because that
Yep.
would have given us a chance. I was like, they got their first choice back for, we ain't breaking that. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, everyone laughed at us in the group chat. We know our team. We know how bad these guys are.
Bro.
It is criminal. Now we're in a situation where we got Arsenal fans blaming us for letting Spurs win a trophy and a European trophy before them, right? And everyone else, we are a laughing stock.
Oh, we're a joke.
We are a laughing stock, ST. And I just want to bring something up, because bruv, the quotes that this manager said after the game.
Oh, he's back.
Man said, and I'm paraphrasing here, people. He said, if the club and the fans want me to go, I will go. He also said that I will not take compensation. I will leave for free. He said, but I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting again. He said, I know what I believe in myself. I know what I can do. I'm not going to change. But if the club and the fans want me to go, I will go. Something that the Truth brought up yesterday in that conference call, bruv, that AA meeting that we had, right? When he said that Amorim said he's finding the Premier League hard. Now, people have embraced and complimented Amorim on the fact that he's very truthful, he's straight to the point, and he says it how he is. And I don't mind that, ST. But bro, when you're coming out saying the Premier League is hard, it's not like the reporter said to you, like, as you can see in the Premier League, we as you can see in the Premier League, we've got all these teams compared to this, that, and the other. Do you think it was more difficult? Nah, it wasn't like that. Man said, I'm finding the Premier League hard. Man said, if they want me to go, I'll go. You don't come out with these calls. You don't want to be here. You've realized you underestimated how big this job was. right? And I get it from his perspective. I have a little bit of sympathy for him because he said it. He didn't want to come halfway through the season. He didn't, but it was one of them situations. It was now or never. So I can't get onto him too much and we're going to get to the club because Amorim should have been brought in from last summer, not halfway through it. So, you know what I mean? So he kind of was forced into it against his will. But bro, this is the hand that you've been dealt. You decided to take it. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, right? If you want this job, yes, obviously, it was a terrible night last night. There's nothing that you can say that can make it any better. But you coming out and saying this, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here, so you might as well go, bro. Like, what manager comes out and says these types of things, right? A lot of managers will say, I don't want to leave. It's up to the board. I've spoken to the board, blah, blah. You're point blank coming out and saying, yeah, I'll leave, and I'll leave for free, when we know you're not going to leave for free. And the fact of the matter is that it's a little bit of lip service, because you know Man United cannot afford to get rid of you.
Yeah,
because we're still paying off Mourinho.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Ten Hag.
So you know the situation that you're in, and you're kind of using it to manipulate the situation, a little bit. Like, ST, what do you think about them comments, bro?
He's a bitch, bro. I can't even, bro. I'll be honest here. He's a bitch. Like, that's what it comes down to. Man said, you're crying. You're basically saying, I can't do this. And I hear, listen, I understand that, but you don't come out and say, I'll be honest. There's being honest and there's being stupid. You don't come out and say that.
Exactly.
I know the job is hard. I get it. It's impossible to do it. You got these silly owners, these corpses who are messing you up. You got everything, but I'm be honest as well. He doesn't help himself by playing the silly system and not getting the best out of his players. And he's not using what he has as well. Plenty of other managers. Listen, those are not Angie's players. I'm sorry. I refuse to think that those are Angie's players. I know he bought them in the summer, but I don't think he wanted a lot of these players. I'll be honest. And he's made use of them. The Wolves manager, yeah?
Yeah, the guy that's here now.
Yeah, has made.
He came halfway through because Gary O'Neill was the manager, yeah.
Made use of his players. David Moyes has made use of the players. You have no excuse. That team, as bad as annoying as we are, that team that we have here is not a 16th place team. I'm sorry, I refuse to think that.
Bro, it's nowhere near a 16th place team, and I'm glad you brought this up about the managers, the Wolves manager, and Wolves managers come in. Gary O'Neill was having a terrible time, and everyone can point to the new manager bounce. Where was our new manager bounce? We didn't have one.
No, it was never there.
We didn't have a new manager bounce, right?
It was just loss after loss.
You could talk about David Moyes as well. Comes in, stabilizes Everton, right? Let's talk about Oliver Glasner, bruv. And I'm not talking about Oliver Glasner this season. When he went in to Crystal Palace, and he went in after the January transfer window.
That's when Zaha had gone in it or something.
Yeah, Zaha left in the summer, that summer before.
Okay.
But went in that January transfer. He came after the January transfer. He had no transfer window, right?
Yeah, I think it was Elise on his way out and stuff like that. No.
Remember, Elise left in the summer, just gone. Zaha left the summer before. But my whole thing is he went in there and said, all right, boom, this is the system that we're going to be playing. Man had Elise, Eze, and Mateta. Remember, everybody thought Mateta was a bum. Yep. This manager's turned this Mateta into a centre forward. And don't get me wrong, that front three is better than ours. That front three is better than ours. But my whole thing is he went in there and he's playing the same system that Amorim plays. The 5 at the back, the 2 in midfield, and the 3 across the front. And look at what he did towards the end of the season. Remember when they battered us? What was it, 5 or 6-0 at Palace? I know it was under Ten Hag, But this is my whole thing, is that this manager went in there, changed things up, and he's carried it on into this season. Now they're FA Cup winners. But the key point is, ST, he went in there, changed things up, got a tune out of these players. Now, you can't tell me that the players overall that they've got at Crystal Palace when he first came in were better than the players that we've got now. You can't tell me that. So how is it that this manager's come in, implemented a system, no new manager bounce, no one can tell us what we're doing and how we're playing, constantly losing, right? And now this is the end result, ST. This is the end result. And the focus on Glazner is because he plays the same system. And he was successful before he came here, people. It wasn't like a new manager. Oh, yeah, he's a new manager. Didn't no one
the Europa League.
He won the Europa League with Frankfurt.
And he had he was playing really he got Frankfurt to the Champions League.
Exactly.
In a league which dominated by Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen.
Exactly.
Playing very good footballer.
Exactly. But that's my point.
Was part of also the group that got Mamouche there and stuff like that. So
exactly. So there you go.
This is a sensible man playing the same system that Amorim is playing. And he's what I love about it, he's getting his best players to play football. Eze, I think, is a fantastic player, but I think he's gone leaps and bounds this year.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see it because I was worried.
Don't get me wrong, injuries have been a major issue, but I think since his last one, I think since his last one, this is the longest that he's been fit.
And consistent.
Post QPR. I think this is the longest that Eze's been fit. But bro, like, this is what you do. You go into a club and you implement and you get your players to buy into the system. I think when you look at Amorim's system, you would say probably Ahmad is probably the only one that you could say has looked good. And the only reason why that's the case is because Ten Hag refused to play him. But besides that, everyone else has gone backwards. ST, we've gone so far backwards, right? Our record in the Premier League, right? 6 wins, 6 draws, 14 losses, bro. 14 losses.
We're not even gonna get 40 points this year,
bro. We're not even getting 40 points this year. And I know the 14 losses isn't all his fault, but bro, like, no, it is. The 14 losses are his fault. That's what he's done in the Premier League. Sorry, the 14 losses are 26 games, 6 wins, 6 draws, 14 losses. Those losses are all Amorim's. His record overall, 15 wins, 10 draws, 16 losses, including the Europa League final. Brother, he's got the worst win percentage post Fergie, right? We are going to have the worst season in our history in the Premier League. If we lose to Aston Villa...
When we lose
to Aston Villa, it'll be our lowest finish in the Premier League table, which could be 17th, right? And it will be the most losses we've had at home in United's history in one season. Brother, when you look at all of that, bro, surely he has to go, bruv. Surely we can't keep him.
Sack him. I don't care. Listen, I would say thank you for your service, but don't thank you. Just go with your fake Monclizzi, bro. Go, bro. Bro, listen. Just go. Take all your goons with you. Take all your Perry man with you, bro. Just get out of the place, man. And that's another thing. As for Ineos, Brada, all you bastards, get out of my club as well, because I can't stand you. And you know what, Man United as well. All you fans, this is what all of you get. I'm glad. I'm so glad this is happening now, because when me, TJ, and other fans were saying we need the Qataris to come and take over, they are going to create jobs for this place. They are going to make this club a better club again. They're going to give it financial structure, structure off the pitch, structure on the pitch, recruit the best people. Now look, because you wanted Ten Hag to stay, because you didn't like the Qataris because of issues outside of football, he said, "Oh, it doesn't represent a company." I don't care. A lot of these guys are crooked anyway. But this is how you know a lot of those people will never be in business, because they're making constantly the wrong decisions. The Qataris were perfect for them. They even overpaid what the club was worth. And you know what? The Glazers said no, but I'm glad this is happening now. Because now there's no money coming in for Champions League. No European money.
No.
Lowest we finished in Premier League. We're better off getting relegated, because there's no parachute payment.
We should have been relegated.
Yep.
This is relegation form, bro.
Yep.
If it wasn't, like, look, hindsight's a thing. I'll tie that into what I'm going to say, because you go back to Ten Hag and Ineos and the Glazers. When I say they've got blood in their hands, I'm not talking about a little murder. I'm talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre settings, bro. And we go back to the Man United fans writing letters saying keep Ten Hag. We go back to the Man United fans saying, oh, we don't want the Qataris because human rights and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other, even though they're not bringing whatever they have where they are over to this country. And let's be honest, yeah, there are human rights issues over there, but it's no worse than what we have over here. The only difference is that these people, to your faces, will be like, no, that's not happening. When behind closed doors in different countries where they got their sweatshops, all this shit is still going on, bruv. Right? Because we know the biggest countries are the biggest war criminals, bruv. So let's not even fucking do this. Yeah?
That's for another day.
That's for another day. Don't, bruv, my head's hot, bruv. But anyway, the Qataris should have come in. Now, ST, before, obviously, we both know the Glazers never wanted to sell. They just wanted a cash injection. The only way the Qataris were going to get their hands on this football club is if they would have paid triple what it was worth. And they weren't willing to do that. They were going over the odds, but they weren't going to be held to ransom by the Glazers. So let's just get that out there. But even still, the fans saying, no, we don't want them. So now we've got Ineos. Glazers got what they wanted. They got their little cash injection. Yep, a little bit of cash injection. We can keep taking money out of the club. We're all good. Now, you then decided to keep Erik ten Hag when you knew it was the wrong decision. FA Cup was won. Thank you very much. See you later. Because that's when you should have brought Amorim in. So you could have had a pre-season with the players. So you could have brought in some of the players that he wanted, right? You decided not to. You decided to buckle to the knees of these dumb United fans to keep this manager in charge for no frigging reason. Because you wanted to look good. You wanted to look good for the fans. No, this is business. It has to be ruthless. Now, we're in the situation that we're in right now, wherein which this manager came in the middle of the season when he didn't want to, right? Didn't have his players, couldn't implement his system, right? And I'm not saying, and this is only a small thing because the majority is on him, right? But it wasn't helped by what happened. Then you're coming out and saying we're building him a new stadium. For what? For what? How are you paying for it? Are you paying with shillings? Because that's what we got. We got shillings. We ain't got no money. That Champions League money was the only thing we was riding on. We ain't got that. We are broke. I'm talking third world, eating mud. Broke. Yeah? So the rebuild, which was always going to be long,
it's going to be even longer now.
It's going to be even longer. So instead of us being able to come back in 8 years time, we're now looking about 14, 15 years time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how far back we are. We are in the pits of hell because of what has taken place this season. And none of them are exempt from it. It's from top to bottom, right? Fold the club, bruv.
Fold it.
Forget Manchester United, go to Salford Reds, get back on grassroots football, work your way back up again. Because this football club is going fucking nowhere. It's done. Yeah? I don't want to hear nothing. Next season, the priority is surviving relegation. Don't talk to me about top 4. Don't talk to me about European football. It's surviving relegation.
Survival. 40 points.
We ain't shopping for the Isaks and the Gherkins and the Vertzes of this world. We're gonna be competing for them Sheffield United or Sunderland, whoever comes up. Them Leeds players that are coming up. We're shopping in the Championship. We're shopping in
get
League
Hannibal
One.
back. We'll get Hannibal back from Burnley.
Exactly. That is where we are as a football club, right? Oh, sugar. See, even my iPad's bugging out on me, bruv.
Yeah. No, he stopped you from saying something mad, and I hear it.
Yes, the Lord, bruv. The Lord. The Lord said, hold your mouth, man. The Lord said, hold your mouth. What's it name? I forgot where I was now. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. We cannot shop. Bro, all these man, Liverpool, Arsenal, obviously Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City, whoever finishes in the top four, and even has European football. These men are shopping in Harrods. These men are shopping in Selfridges. These men are going to Bicester Village, right? Getting their little discount on the Gucci and the Pradas and all that. Bro, we're shopping in Nettles, bruv. We're shopping in Sam's Pound Store out in Harsden, bruv. That's where we're shopping for the foreseeable. That's what we're doing. Yeah. I
don't think we're even shopping them. I think we're just going to try and steal their products.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. While them man, are chilling with the wifeys and that, Instagram, all the billionaire women that making their own money. Bro, what we got? The people out on the high street. We got the people out on the high street. That's what we're going to do. Have to be walking, stopping, winding down the window. That's what we're doing.
Bro, we need to put our boots back on, bro. I can't lie. Listen, I'll be real. But I don't want to pay under this manager. Bro, put me wing back.
This manager has got a worse record than Gary Neville at Valencia.
Bro.
He has got a worse win ratio than Paul Jewell did at Derby when Derby finished with, 11 points in the league season?
Yeah.
Brother, do you know how disgraceful that is? Disgraceful. I'm sorry, ST, but this guy, do you know what it is, ST? Let's bring a little bit of logic into this.
Go on.
I just don't understand. Look, I get it from just trying to balance the argument. I get it. We're constantly doing the revolving door of sacking managers, giving them time, throwing money at the situation. But bro, no one did this. What this manager has done, not even Moyes did. Moyes didn't do it. That first season under Ollie, even though he came halfway through, he didn't do it. At least he got a manager bounce for about 2 months. Van Gaal didn't do it. Mourinho didn't do it. Wreck-It Ralph, as bad as he was, didn't do it. This guy's come in and done all of this, and I get it from the fans' perspective. We can't keep hiring and firing managers, but you can't be blind to what is going on, bro. You can't be blind.
Ralph said it. Bro, this is why I fucked with Ralph. Ralph was like, listen, I'm trying, but these men are dickheads. That's what he
said. These men are dead. He said the club needs open heart surgery. And one of the things that people will say is, what is wrong with Manchester United? Everything. But everyone's like, everything. What do you mean by everything? bro, from the owners, the Glazers, we know that. We can't keep going on about it. Taking money out of the football club. The people will turn around and say, which is true. When manager has wanted money to spend, they've given it to him. I can't dispute that. I cannot dispute that. Look at all the money that was spent on the Angel Di Marias, the Lukakus, the Pogbas, the Cavani's of this world. So that's the one thing we cannot dispute. It's not their money, but the money has been there that the club has generated to spend. So we can't say it. But bro, it needs freshness. It needs for them to go, but they won't, because as far as they're concerned, they can just keep taking money out of the club. And as long as, until someone comes with a ridiculous offer that no one will, they're going to keep doing it. But that's what it needs. It needs the Glazers out. It needs some people that are actually going to care. And people will say, oh yeah, but the Qataris, they're not going to care. Bro, they care about, I know they care about making money. But the fact of the matter is, they've seen what's happened at Manchester City. They've seen what's happened at PSG to a certain extent. They want that global brand. Newcastle as well. They want that global brand. They want to look good. So they're not going to want to lose and be a laughing stock of an entire country, of the football world, right? Ineos, pointless. That corpse, Ratcliffe. I told people, right? Do not get this Chelsea boy in. You went and did that. He's sabotaging from within, bruv. Why did you do it? You shouldn't have done it. We didn't need him. Because his money wasn't going to do anything. It didn't even touch the size. Now you got basically saying employees can't have free lunches, getting rid of employees left, right, and centre, telling employees that they're not going to get tickets to the cup finals. Amorim had to pay out of his own pocket, which was good of him, but he shouldn't have to do that. These guys are looking to cut costs. They're looking to cut costs so that they can try and make money. The Baradas, the Wilcoxes on fraud watch, because you are the same people that decided to keep Ten Hag, then you decide to fire Ten Hag, and then you decide to bring in Ruben Amorim. Bro, nothing that you've done has worked.
It's good.
It's short term. It is a short term. It's a small sample size, but nothing that you've done has worked. Even the guy that who did they get rid of? What was his name?
Ashworth.
Dan Ashworth. You brought him in, you got rid of him. Nothing looks good. It needs a complete restructuring again. We need people, and like I said, from the Qataris to bring, maybe Barada, only one that will survive if the Qataris ever came in. But that's what we need. We need proper footballing people. Dan Ashworth needs to be replaced, right? Then you look at the manager and the players. Manager's not good enough. He's out of his depth. Even Crystal Palace realised with Frank de Boer that he wasn't good enough and got rid of him after, what was it, 2 months? Bro.
Yeah, about 12 games or something like that.
We are Manchester United. This wouldn't be tolerant. We go and say we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. We are the ones that are setting trends and paving the way. Real Madrid wouldn't put up with this. Bayern Munich wouldn't put up with this. Barcelona wouldn't put up with this. Juventus wouldn't put up with this. Any of them and Milan teams wouldn't put up with this mediocrity.
Bro, look how shit my club is, my Spanish club is Sevilla. They wouldn't put up. They got 4 managers.
If you are a big boy club, you do big boy things, right? That is what you do. We're going to watch Real Madrid get rid of Don Carlo, one of the greatest managers of all time, because they realize that Father Time has come and his time is up. There's no room for sentiment, right? You get somebody in that's going to do, and I understand you want it to be a long-term project. I get it, but you got to start from somewhere. You telling me the manager hasn't got his players is not good enough in terms of where we are. If we were 7th, 8th, 9th, sorry, I am gonna let you go. No, if we were 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, we could be like, you know what? All right, cool. And we could see something. We could be like, all right, cool. We can see what he's trying to do. Obviously, he's winning and losing games, right? Plus going on that run in Europa League. But you know what? We can see something. We can work with it. Bro, we've got nothing to go off. Apart from the fact that this guy did well in Portugal. Sporting Lisbon won a league without him.
Yeah,
they just won the league without him. So what? So really and truly, like, what are we doing here? Get rid of him because he's not good enough, and we know We know because we've been screaming for ages, these players ain't good enough. But ST, again, what did I say? You wanted rid of Pogba, you wanted rid of Fred, you wanted rid of Lukaku, you wanted rid of Martial, you wanted rid of Jesse Lingard, you wanted rid of Rashford, you wanted rid of Jadon Sancho, right? You wanted rid of McTominay. All them players are gone, and we look 10 times worse than we did when they were here.
And the majority of those players are flourishing.
Yeah. Well, that tells me two things. One, just like these dumb United fans are, their profile for what they believe in a Manchester United player is absolutely dog shite. And two, this is bigger than what is going on the field. This is why I said it's a massive thing. When Ralph said this whole place needs open heart surgery, everyone was focused on what was going on the pitch with him instead of realizing what he was saying was true. He was supposed to go upstairs. He decided to talk the things. The Glazers didn't like it because it would expose what is going on at his football club. And they got rid of him, and Ten Hag co-signed that, right? We would have been in a better position if he was still here, right? And it's only now, because we're in the pits of hell, because people are blind, right, and don't want to face reality, that only now people are saying, bloody hell, Man United are in the shit. It's too late. You let the abuse go on too long. We are dead now. Yeah? You could have saved us. You could have saved us, but you let the abuse go on for too long. We're dead now. Go on, ST, bro, because honestly, go on.
Bro, you said everything. And you know what? He, as you said, Sporting won a league without him. So you know he's dead. Like all these clubs you mentioned would have never taken Chris.
Quenda doesn't want to play for him. Going to Chelsea instead. Is that
Bro,
his name, right?
His own players don't want to play for him. Do you know how crazy that is? Yeah, Quenda.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to play wing back. And I hear it. It's long, bro. You're just going up and you're running up and down, and you're not, and that's telling. Every player that's done well, even Ten Hag, as much as I don't like Ten Hag, Lissandro wanted to play for him. Other players wanted to play for him, as bad as it is. Nobody wants to play for you, bro.
Nobody.
Gyökeres is what we call Gherkin, by the way, for all you guys who didn't know. I don't think he really wants to come.
Nah, bro, he's
none of his Conchavez doesn't want to come to him.
Nope.
All his players, I've had nothing, and that's worrying. That's so worrying as well.
This is it. You gotta look at. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, now that there's no Champions League football. Now there's no Champions League football. Remember, nothing's done with Cunha. Cunha can turn around and say, you know what? I don't fancy it. I'll go Spurs. Because at least they're going to be playing Champions. This is my point, ST. Is that everyone's going to be looking at, you're Man United, but what does that mean anymore? What does that mean anymore? You can't really afford to pay me my wages, and you're trying to restructure. You're not throwing money at players anymore. You're not in Europe. You haven't won the league in what is it now? We're in 25. You haven't won the league in, 12, 13 years. You're not going to be competing for the Champions League. Do I want to come here and have to do all this? Or should I go to a Liverpool, a Manchester City, an Arsenal, a Chelsea, where I know, even though it's a project, it's a 2-3 years, not 10, 11, 12 years, when I could be in my 30s and still not having done anything. And that's the point. That is where we're at, ST, where now we're looking at it and we're saying we're going to have to buy players that basically want to use us as a stepping stone. That's what we are now. We're a stepping stone football club. We are no longer a massive club in terms of what we do on a football pitch. Yeah, globally we are, commercially we are, but as a football club on the football pitch, nobody wants to play for us. Yeah, I'd rather go Palace. Palace got European football. I can go Crystal Palace, go and play in Europa League.
They got a vibe.
Yeah, I can go Nottingham Forest.
Newcastle.
They're gonna have European football, irrespective of what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like this is where we're at. But ST, we gotta be realistic ourselves, because the club have come out and basically said that he's not going anywhere. So we're gonna have Amorim next season. First of all, before we do that, right? Cool. We're gonna quickly go through not all the players, but a lot of the players, and it's just
whether you want them out or not.
keep or sell, bruv. Well, we're gonna fly through it. So, bruv, bruv, that Cameroon uncle in goal, bruv.
Oh, bro, sell for free, and that doesn't even make sense. Sell for free.
No, sell for free. I'm telling you, Tom Heaton obviously will go. Bayinde.
Sell.
Dallo.
Sell.
I'd keep Dallo on the bench, but I'd keep him just keep him just on the bench. Mazraoui.
Keep.
Yeah, I agree.
Play him at right centre back.
Yeah. Delete.
Keep.
Yep, I agree. Harry Maguire.
Bench.
No, I say sell, bro. He needs to go.
You can sell him, but for me,
even though we know he's not going to go anywhere because they triggered his contract.
I hear you. He's not I don't want him starting at Man United. Yeah. For me, I'd keep him on the bench. That's our fifth choice. Nah, you can sell. That's cool.
Lindelof.
I'm not gonna sell.
Yeah. Couch potato, Luke Shaw.
Boy, again, sell for free.
Bruv, terminate his contract. Bruv, terminate his football career, bruv. Oh, he's a criminal. Oh,
no. You know, bro. You know what kills me about Shaw, yeah? And this is me being very honest. Technically, Shaw is not a bad footballer.
Exactly.
He's actually got very good fundamentals and understanding the game. Mm-hmm. He's just lazy.
Lazy. Doesn't. Oh, bro. But nah, he's stolen a living for what? Bro, I swear he's been here nearly 10 years, bro. He's been stealing a living. Like, fuck that, bro. Get that shit guy out of my club, bro. Dorgu.
Bench. He's not ready.
Yeah, he's nowhere near ready. Cass.
He's very raw. You know what? He's been so good, but I don't know how much he's on. If he's on not that much,
it's time.
I say sell. For the only reason is I know this guy, but it's like he needs to leave.
Yeah, so get the money from the Saudis.
I was trying to think of it. He's done all right.
Yeah.
Towards the last end, I'm not gonna say he deserves his respect, but he needs to go, bro.
Yeah, I get the money from the Saudis. He's done his time. He doesn't need this. He doesn't deserve this.
Prove anything.
He doesn't deserve this. Christian Eriksen will go for free. So yeah, Ugarte.
I'll be honest, bro. Bench. I don't rate him. I'd actually sell him.
Bench. Oh, I'd keep him as a squad player.
Bench, but I don't rate him at all.
Yeah, I'd keep him as a squad player.
But he's a cardio bunny, so keep him in. And not
Mason Mount.
Bench. Sell.
Bruv. Ten Hag. Oh, if I could. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen.
He's a Mason Mount, another one. Terminate his football career, bruv.
Yeah.
Terminate his football career, bruv. Mm-hmm. Oh my days. Criminal. Kobe. Keep, but this manager's gonna kill his career.
Yeah.
This manager's gonna kill his career. So I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, with PSR if Kobe goes, and if he does, this manager, oh my days, if Kobe goes, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go
and be fuming. Absolutely. And I feel sorry for Kobe, bro. He's thinking, what sort of nonsense is this?
100%. Bruno.
Bro, I know it's controversial. People will be like, oh, what are you talking about? I think we need to sell him. And the reason why I say this is, don't get me wrong, yeah. I get why Bruno sometimes gets frustrated with some of the shit that he does. But I think the reason why I say sell him, because I think that this hero ball, it's like, for example, when Mbappe left PSG, and it's different, like, I know it's different context, obviously,
Bruno. Yeah, because it will no longer go through him. And this is what people fail to understand with him, is that people are saying, if it wasn't for him, where would we be? Probably in the same position. Probably in the same position, because someone else would have to step up. But because you've got Bruno there, and he literally does everything in terms of free kicks, corners, penalties, and all that, it makes it look better than what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, he's been decent this season, but people are going on like to say, oh yeah, he's the be all and end all. He really isn't.
Yeah.
He really is. There's a lot more better players out there. Sell that guy, get the money in. I think the Saudis are interested. Let him go, bruv. Crap Nacho.
Sell.
Yeah, 100%. PSR, sell him, get rid, bro. He's pants. Ahmad.
And also, his brother needs to stop him.
Bro, his brothers are eating out, bro. But bro, you know these bro Gen Zs, bro. They're keyboard warriors. Because if the club stuck it on his brother, he wouldn't say shit, bro. Ahmad.
Keep.
Xerxes.
Keep / bench. Because I think, and I'm gonna say this as well, and I know people will cuss Xerxes. I think Xerxes is actually a decent footballer. He just doesn't score enough, and you can come on and link play up and stuff like that. I would say he can do that. He's got technique, but the issue is we need better than him. We need someone to learn off. But I don't think we should sell. And I've been watching him. I don't think we should sell him right now. We look better with him in the team, but I wouldn't start him.
100%. I forgot Martinez.
I think we need to get rid, bro. And I know it's this thing, and I'm gonna tell you this why. I think the past few injuries, I think the injuries have cost him.
It has. I'm a fan of Martinez. I like him. I think that he should, if the club were to get rid of Bruno and obviously Cash, I think he'd have to be Man United captain. He's that pot material, but there's too many injuries.
It just killed him, and it killed his way he's played. Yeah.
Too many injuries. I've left all the kids out because they don't deserve that. But I don't need to say the last name because, brother, I'm just trying to think, have I left anyone out?
You've left Hoyland.
Nah, bruv, terminate his football career.
Right, yeah, you left
terminate his football career and bury it deep in the pit of hell, bro.
That brother just needs to go be an actor work for what's it called, Game of Thrones or something, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you. So ST, when we go through that, I think it was about 5 or 6 players that was either keep or bench. Bro, you're basically saying what everyone else is saying. We need a whole new starting 11. The problem is that that's not going to happen. That's the problem. It's not going to happen. As we said earlier, it's one of them ones where it's going to take way longer than it does before. But ST, in terms of obviously this season's done, we're in the pits of hell. We can't escape that. If we're being realistic, Christian Eriksen will go for free. Tom Heaton will be off the books. We'll be looking at getting rid of Rashford and Jadon Sancho. Anthony as well, most likely, even though I think he's probably the only one out on loan that might have come back. Malacia will probably go back out on loan. Lindelof will probably be sold.
I don't think Anthony will come back.
Yeah, I think he's got a way to come back, but I don't think he'll want to come back. Lindelof will be sold. Luke Shaw has to be sold. Onana needs to be looked at. So when we look at it, and obviously we're looking at Garnacho probably going as well. So when we're looking at it, we're getting a lot of big wages off our bill, and there is going to be some money coming in. Maybe when you counterbalance that with how much we paid for the players, not the case, but there will be some money coming in. So obviously the talk is that Cunha is going to come in. The talk is that Delap, even though I think Delap is completely wrong and he shouldn't come to us, he should stay with Ipswich, do another season in the Championship, see where he gets to. Because when he comes to Manchester United, all he's going to do is ruin his career because he's not. These young centre forwards are not ready to do the Manchester United thing. But
I like Delap as well. I think Delap's got a lot of talent, but he's not ready. I'll be honest, I've watched him a lot.
So we're looking at Cunha, right? That's one. If we're being realistic, ST, we'll probably get 2, maybe 3 at most signings. So when we look at that, which positions do you think? So we've got Cunha, who is probably going to cover the number 10, one of the number 10 roles, plus / centre forward. So, but let's put him in one of the number 10 roles. So you've got 3 other positions that we need to get a player in for. Which 3 do you think are the most important?
So like a proper holding, like a register holding mid. Someone like, I'm not saying we're gonna get this guy because I don't think we'll never get this guy, but someone like Adam Wharton, who's that
Yeah.
sort of midfielder ilk.
Okay, so at number 6, one
Number
of the number
six,
sixes. Yep.
yeah, and we need a right back.
Right wing back. Okay. One
Yeah,
more.
one more. Realistically, yeah, no, I would say we need a goalkeeper, but we're not gonna. Yeah,
I,
no,
I,
I'm saying it.
but
We need a keeper. I don't care.
I
Go on,
can
go on.
agree with you. I personally think goalkeeper. I think number 6, obviously Cunha is one of the number 10s, and I think yes, right wing back. I can agree with you. So that's why I said about Dallo being benched. So when we look at that, me personally, ST, if we're going for those positions, goalkeeper, I would say either not that it's going to happen, but if we're talking about wishful, no, actually, let's not do wishful thinking because it's not going to happen. Let's be realistic.
No,
In terms of goalkeeper, it's where I'm struggling. I don't see who we can get and where. Obviously, the Porto goalkeeper will be one. Um, but I think he's been linked to Manchester City. Um, I'm a massive fan of Munyang from AC Milan. I think he could be good for us, but again, he's probably not going to come depending on because Serie A finishes this weekend, so it depends on where AC Milan finishes. Um, I'd
you
say
know what? As
those.
well,
I'd say
I'll be
those
honest,
two.
bro.
I know. Obviously, your thing with black keepers, but I'd say those two for
No, no,
me would be the top of my list.
Mannion is good. You know what? I was saying in the group, yeah. With him, yeah, I'll give Mannion leeway because Mannion, I've seen him play, and I know how, and I know, especially even when he's playing for France, I know how well he is.
Mm.
I know how comfortable he is, and he's a serious keeper. So he's the only black keeper I'm allowed in. Any black African keepers, any caveman, bushman, any Doctor Authorities in goal, I swear down, we don't need it. No, listen, a black Caribbean goalkeeper, I trust. You don't have concentration. Black African keepers, we're all over the place, bro. We're all over the place.
I think those two for me would be the two. I can't think of any of them in my head because I haven't really looked at any other goalkeepers, but I think those two will be good candidates. I think right wing back, do everything. Get Munoz from Crystal Palace.
Oh, he's
Get
cold.
Munoz from Crystal Palace. I think he is absolutely perfect for that
He is
position.
cold.
And that's not recency bias. That was me even last season. I was looking at him
He's,
and I'm thinking he could be good. ST, any other right wing backs you think of? Obviously
I was thinking of two.
Frimpong's gone
So
to Liverpool, so he's not an option.
yeah, and I
Uh,
wouldn't want Frimpong as well.
mm,
I know, like Frimpong is not like he's not as good as he thinks he is.
mm,
However, for Liverpool, he's going to do well. But I will say this as well: Liverpool missed out a lot with what Trent in terms of the
mm,
quality of crossing and passing because
100%.
Frimpong will be good at going past defenders and stuff
Mm,
like that, running into the box, getting goals. He'll get goals,
mm.
but defensively, you're gonna have to worry about it. It was two players, Munoz and Ait Nori. I think
Yes,
Ait
I
Nori
Nori.
is
Yeah,
very good.
yeah, yeah.
I think
I
he's
Nori.
very good.
I think those two. That's two realistic signings as well.
Realistic, yeah.
I think those are two realistic signings for as well. I think in the 6, was it Edison from Napoli? Is that him?
Oh, he from no Atlanta. He is
Atalanta,
the
sorry, yeah.
coldest.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need.
Edison for Atalanta. I agree with you again. Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace would be good. There was someone else that I had on my radar. Oh, Douglas Luiz. Because
Yes.
he hasn't
Nobody's
really
talking about this.
he's not really played for us at Juventus. He
No.
can't get in the team. But Douglas Luiz will be another one in
Oh,
the
he'd be
6, and
good at
he's a ball carrier as well. He's not
and he knows the league.
it hasn't worked for him at Juventus with us because we all for us it's Locatelli, Kefren Turam, and McKennie that's been playing. And if you can't get in, if you can't get in front of Weston McKennie, then boy, You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
those I think those three are realistic signings for us. I think it will be good. I think that those three would be good for us. And as we said, Cunha obviously in that 10. Obviously, there's other players that we'd want to factor in, but I
Yeah,
think
but we have to be realistic.
realistically 4 signings is the maximum that we're gonna get, because obviously we haven't got the money to spend. And the reason why I say Anthony has an in is because he didn't really leave on bad terms from the manager's point of view, and we kind of need him because we're not going to be able to spend the way that we
I kind
want
of
to.
disagree with that. I think they did leave on bad terms because even especially when Amrin talks about him, he talks about him in this such passive aggressive way, saying that like Anthony wasn't doing this. In other words, Anthony wasn't doing the job what I asked him to. He didn't fit the system. He wasn't playing him much.
Fair enough.
I generally think that Anthony's representative also, I remember them saying something
Yeah,
about
they'll want him out. What I'm
yeah,
saying is that I think there's a way for him to stay from the
maybe
club's perspective, but from Anthony's perspective, he's gonna want to go, and I don't blame him. But
I don't
I
blame
don't
him.
think the club can, because when you look at it, that means Rashford's gonna go, Sancho's gonna go, Anthony's gonna go, and then you're gonna get rid of Crap Nacho for PSR.
You
Bro,
have to
that's
keep one, yeah.
4 wingers out the door. Even though we're doing the wing back situation, but because we can't afford to go out and buy players, one of them has to stay.
Yeah.
And from what Crap Nacho's come out and his brothers come out on social media, he's not going to. I'm saying good riddance because he's crap, and I'm not jumping on the Anthony bandwagon because of what he's done at Betis. But what I'm saying is that it's an option that we're gonna need, because it's gonna be a small squad. Yes, we're gonna be playing once a week and whatnot, but we still need a squad that can keep us up. We still need a squad that can keep us up. But look, ST, that is for the future. What we know right now is that Man United are in the pits of hell. This manager should be sacked, but won't be.
But he's not going to.
The club from top to bottom is rotten. And now, as Man United, as you and I are realistic Man United fans, and the dumb Man United fans that we have out there, reality check. We are not Manchester United of old. We are not entitled to anything. That self-entitlement died when Fergie left, right? You had a couple years where you could have that, not anymore. Winning a trophy is a privilege. It's not a right for us anymore. We are behind. We are not in the same. We can't talk to Liverpool. We can't talk to Chelsea. We can't talk to Arsenal. We can't talk to Newcastle. We can't talk to Manchester City. We can't talk to Nottingham Forest. We can't talk to Crystal Palace. We can't talk to Brentford. We can't talk to Fulham. We can't talk to West Ham. We can't talk to Everton. We can't talk to Tottenham. I feel like there's one or two other teams that I've left out.
Yeah.
We can't talk
Brighton, you mentioned.
Brighton as well. Yeah, we can't talk to anybody. We are in the pits of hell, shopping in nettles, looking for street hookers on the side road, winding down windows, begging for an opportunity. That is where we are right now. We're no longer in Harrods. We're no longer in Selfridges. We're no longer going to Bicester Village. Yeah, we're going to Sam's Pound Store. We're shopping in Poundland. We're shopping in Savers. Right? We're going to food banks. That is where we are as a football club. So let's not do this anymore. We keep our mouths shut. We don't say anything. We be quiet. We let the big boys do what they're doing, and we start this rebuild that's going to take more than fucking 5 years to get to. Amorim won't be here to see us successful, but seeing as you lot want to keep him and he's going to stay, he can start the rebuild to try and get us back to top half a table. Because next season is relegation. Survival is the only thing that matters next season. Then we try and move on and see if we can finish top half of the bottom of the table. Then we can see if we can finish top half of the table. And then slowly but surely get back to where we are. We are on the Newcastle settings. We didn't get relegated, even though we should be. But we started from the bottom. There's no further we can go unless we get relegated. Yeah? So let's start looking up, because we can't look down anymore. Because we can't get any lower than this unless we get relegated. And God forbid that happen, because then we really will be folding and becoming Salford Reds.
If Man United get relegated, bro, listen, bro, you think this was bad? This cooking that we got was bad? Bro, I can't even lie. I might just have to turn off my phone, bro. That's how bad it is.
Bro,
If we get relegated,
bro,
we're done.
We're done out here. We are done out here. But the only saving grace, ST, is that it's fucking over.
Yeah,
and we can look forward to more athletics talks, more boxing talks.
Also, we can look out for me and TJ will be at the Unity Cup.
Oh yeah,
that will be good.
Yes, we will be. We will be there,
Yeah.
people. Listen,
We'll be against each other for once. Man United, we're always in 30.
Yeah.
It's going to be plantain versus plantain, wache versus rice and peas, curry goat versus chicken and shito. You know what I mean? Kenke versus whatever you lot have. No, but you know what the joke thing is, yeah? Your food is so similar to us.
Yeah.
You lot have so many things that are similar to like the fish stews, soups, and everything like this.
As we know, obviously, as I said, we're all from one land,
we're all the same.
Which is the original, which is Africa.
We're against each other I'll be honest.
Obviously for this, but obviously it's always going to be similar because
I always say Jamaica
come from Africa.
Brothers, I'll be
100%. But people, listen, that is it. There's going to be no more Man United talk. Right, you'll be lucky if we do a preview for next season if you're honest. But don't get me wrong, we will because it's our duty to. But that's it
it's not our duty. Listen,
in terms of the duty for the channel, not for Man United. But that is it. We won't be talking about Man United. We will be back. Hold on. Before with that, anyway, people, let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about that disgraceful Europa League final. Let us know if you're Amorim in or Amorim out. Let us know what you think about the structure of the club. Does it need to be folded? Let us know what you think about in terms of the transfers. Who needs to be sold? Who needs to come in? And just let us know how you're generally feeling about Manchester United Football Club, because as we said, it can't get any darker or lower than this. As you can see from ST and I, it's black backgrounds because that is where we are in terms of funeral settings in terms of Manchester United. Excuse me. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, at the same time, share. We are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you to the people actually, because the viewership is getting a lot better in terms of views we're getting. Views that we're getting on our videos, so we do appreciate you lot. We just need more likes, more comments, more engagement is what we needed. A couple new subscribers that we got of recent due to our boxing talk poddies. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be trying to put more and more stuff out. And as I said, I did promise you lot that we are going to go live. We are going to go live at some point before the year is up. I can guarantee that. It's just some technical things that I need to sort out and get things put in place, but we'll definitely we'll be doing that. But yeah, coming up, we will be wrapping up the Premier League season. We will be previewing and reviewing the Champions League final as well. And as I said, ST and I will be back for a lot more of athletics talk. Obviously, boxing
World Championships is coming this year.
Yeah, boxing talk as well, because we've got the undisputed title fight and all of that. So we got a lot more different sport kind of content, and at some point
you'll see us be smiling,
Yeah, exactly. You actually see us happy. We'll be back with Tooth fight talk as well, 100%. And people, I did promise you, it is in the works. I am talking to Mr. K in the truth. We are going to try and get NBA talk before the NBA finals. So listen, just bear with us, keep with us. I know we haven't done it in a few years, but it will be coming back. But I want to say thank you very much through that. Thank you very much to my guy ST. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. It's bad when I had to take the intro.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Listen, I saw your face. I'm like, this is. There's no structure today, like Man United season. That's it.
I couldn't sum it up any better. Started from the bottom now, and slowly crawl our way back to the top, bro. Out of the grave, into the light. But listen, people, stay safe out there. Be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.